Welcome to part 4. This is more than you probably ever need, but if you're going through this surgery, you might as well hear all this. So, to get the medicine that Dr. Hoya suggests you get, the best and easiest thing you can do is when you feel pretty decent, or even have the cab stop by Walmart and just run to the back of the store and go to the pharmacy, hand her the list, or just tell her what you want, and then have him take you to the hotel after that. You do feel, pretty much okay to do something like that. I wouldn't say it's that bad, unless you just had a bad surgery. I don't think there'd be any problems with that. So once you get back to the hotel, it's pretty much just resting and taking it easy. They have some amenities there that you can do. I've seen some patients who are laying out on the beach day after surgery and they're fine. I guess it just depends on the person. So we didn't necessarily get into all of that. We just kind of hung around the room for the next 2 days before we came home. But as far as, I had some questions. Let's see, make sure I go through all that stuff. The sunsets are beautiful. As far as what we ate afterwards, which I'm kind of getting into answering some questions from emails that I've gotten. In fact, let me go ahead and pull up the emails that I've gotten on YouTube from my other videos recently. What did we eat and drink after we had surgery was one of them. And the answer to that is, Brooke and I pretty much had diluted apple juice and water. We really didn't feel like eating anything else, even though we probably should have. But we didn't do any protein shakes, or we didn't try to do anything. We didn't try to force anything. So we pretty much just, it was water and apple juice. And we had a popsicle that my in-laws were able to get from the little hotel store. But pretty much it was just that. I mean, it wasn't really anything. Yeah, probably a lot of people talk about taking protein shakes and all of that, and things like that. But anyway, going to the questions. This is from a long name that I won't pronounce because it doesn't really matter. I appreciate your question though. Sorry. I have a few questions and I will answer them for you. Were you able to buy the meds they prescribed you at the hospital? You can, but from what I understand, the hospital pharmacy is a bit more pricey than Walmart or anywhere other than, I'm sure they just have pharmacies, but that's what Natalie said to do, was just go to Walmart, and that's what we did. And I can't remember how much all of the medicine was because there was two of us. I want to say it was between $200 and $300 for two of us, so maybe $100, $150. Something like that should cover, what you want to get. But I don't know. I mean, we bought all the pain medicine they said to buy, but we only used a couple of pills. So the pain medicine, I would probably buy just like one box, and then if you need some more before you leave, you can always go back over there and get some. So I would start out just buying the small boxes, or one box of whatever he suggests you get, and then if you need more, you can always go back. Was I able to wear my own PJs and slippers at the hospital? I had Crocs with me, and of course I was able to wear those. Pajamas, I stayed in the blue gown the whole time. I didn't take it off. I'm sure you could have. Just keeping in mind that they do have to work on your drain that's in there. They take your drain out before you leave. But I would say probably they don't have an issue with wearing your own PJs. I mean, your bottoms especially, because they're not doing anything around the bottoms. So maybe you do the blue gown and the bottoms. And I didn't use chapstick at all. I mean, a lot of people said take it, but I guess that just kind of depends. What I would suggest is maybe a bottle of water to have at the hospital, just to kind of rinse your mouth out, because you're not eating or drinking anything for 2 days. My lips didn't really get that chapped, or I didn't have a problem with that, even though I did have it. But that's something easy. Throw it in there, and if you need it, you have it. Was I able to swim in the ocean or pool or sunbathe after the surgery? I wasn't. I don't think I would have really wanted to. I might have laid out by the pool with my shirt on, but definitely no swimming, I don't think, and probably just didn't really feel like it. Another question was, did I pay for the meal plan at the hotel? No, I mean what we had was provided by Dr. Hoya, so and my in-laws didn't pay for their meal plan either. They just paid for whatever they wanted to eat. They have restaurants, and you just pay whatever the price is for the food, and it was fairly reasonable. So if your spouse is going, you know, I don't think you'd have an issue with anything eating wise. We did order the night we got there. You're not supposed to eat after 9. I think it was like 9:30 when we finally got to the hotel, but we were both starving because you can't have anything obviously solid before you go. So we ordered chicken broth from the room service menu, and the chicken broth is very good. And you can also, even after you have surgery, if you want to do that, you can have chicken broth once you get back, and that was fine. Yeah, I would say no nail polish. That was a question. Did they make Brooke take her nail polish off? I don't think they made her. I think she just I think that's in the patient handbook that says you shouldn't have any jewelry or you know, makeup or nail polish or anything. So, and the last question here is, now that I'm home, what type of foods am I eating? Well, I'm eating anything that I want to eat. The question is, what do I want to eat? I'm really kind of wanting to eat what I'm supposed to eat, which is mainly protein, meats, cheeses, nuts, yogurt. I eat chicken, I eat steak, I eat shrimp, any kind of fish. I can eat anything I want to. I haven't found anything that upset my stomach. I've not really had any nausea to speak of. I think I overfilled myself one time with a little cheesecake bite after I'd eaten lunch. They had these little Sam's Club cheesecake bites, and I had a good bite of that, and that made me have, I guess, what they call the foamies, which is where you eat too much and you kind of feel kind of slimy, and pretty much went to the bathroom, took care of that. But other than that, I mean, I've had cookies, I've had brownies, I've had not massive quantities of those things by any means, but just a bite here and there. Last night we went to a Mexican restaurant. I had 2 tortilla chips dipped in salsa, and I didn't have any problems getting those down. However, for the majority, I stay away from any bread, any pasta, any rice, and I'm still kind of staying away from lettuce. However, I don't think it's going to hurt me when I try it. I may be completely wrong, but I just see a lot of people who say stay away from lettuce and stay away from ground beef. However, I did have the chili at Wendy's, which is good. It's high protein, low carb. So those are the types of things that I eat. Like a typical day will be, I get up and maybe scramble an egg, kind of mix that up a little bit, throw some cheese in it, throw some bacon or ham or some kind of meat to make an omelet. For lunch, I usually don't have a snack between breakfast and lunch. If I do, it's like a piece of string cheese or like a little slice of cheddar cheese. And then for lunch, maybe a piece of chicken, just however much I can eat before I'm full. Which, kind of to break that down, my full is not the full it was when I used to eat like a madman. And if you're expecting that really bloated, hey, yeah, I'm full now, push me away from the table, I don't think you're ever going to get that again. It's a totally different feeling. It's just like, I know I should stop right now, so I'm going to. And it takes a little while to get used to that, because your brain is telling you right out of the gate after surgery, when you can start eating some food, that maybe you should eat more because you're used to eating more. But it took a little while to get used to that. But now it's pretty much just a nice routine that I'm in. So lunch, I eat the chicken, and another snack would be some peanuts or cheese or something like that. And then for dinner, again, back to maybe some pork loin or a steak, a few pieces of steak, and if there's room, maybe some green beans or broccoli or something like that. So that's going to conclude this video. I'm going to kind of gather my thoughts, and maybe there might be another video needed, but if so, I'll see you back here. If not, I'll see you